Hey everybody, this is not the new episode of Miradero. This is the first episode of Miradero Mystery. I'm just re-uploading because I used a clip from Spirit Writing Free and YouTube demonetized it. Not that we're anywhere near monetization, but alright, here's the actual intro. Well, howdy folks, I'm here to introduce a brand new series called Miradero Mystery. It's a fanfic set in Spirit Writing Free, which is the spin-off series loosely from Spirit Stallion of Cimarron. Now we're actually going to read two stories. The first one is... Look, it was written by a child with autism, okay? And we didn't find that out until after reading it.
Sorry for what we've done.
I'm trying to make fun of him. It's fun. It's a fun time. The second story is still clearly written by a child. Like there's no way around it. It's a kid's show. You know, kids are writing the fan fiction for it. But that one's actually part of a series. Forget how many chapters. Well, it'll be 5 or 6 episodes. It takes some wild turns. It also features a number of songs that we perform. Typically we don't remember or don't know the melody, so we just kind of plow ahead, make it our own. Don't sue us, Disney. If you have questions, comments, concerns, fanfic submissions, or fan art submissions, email us at fanficnight@orderoftheleaf.com. This is Fanfiction Theater, a celebration of naive writing in all of its foibles, flaws, and unintentional hilarity. Wow.
That was part nice.
That was intentionally hilarious.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, let's wash our hands of Reba, and then we can go in fresh to the cartoon horse. I don't know anything about Spirit. What is the hook? It's a kid with
I
a
would
horse,
say
right?
that cartoon is giving it too much credit.
Okay.
Well, see, that's the thing. Yes, it is about a girl and riding a horse.
Uh-huh.
But it is the sequel series to Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron, which was a pretty beautifully animated, like traditionally animated movie from the 90s, 2000s? I don't know.
Yeah,
Gotta be 2000s.
It was like Prince of Egypt adjacent. I remember thinking, it was like, all right, here's a bunch of cartoons I'm not going to see. Yeah.
So in that movie, he's a free stallion with like the Native American tribes, and has a bond with this one Native American guy. That's what I remember. And he fights cowboys. So in the sequel series, he becomes a little girl's horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's sentient in the movie, right? He narrates it.
I remember the sun and the sky and the wind calling my name in a time when wild horses ran free.
No,
Right?
I
No?
don't think he ever talked.
Oh,
No.
really? Okay, I didn't realize
I think
that.
it was just expressive animation.
Okay.
Because he does it in this show, and they absolutely would have if he had a voice.
Well, I thought maybe they just couldn't afford it.
They could afford an awful lot of nickering sounds, okay? So don't bash their budget.
How much of it did you watch?
Oh, we've seen every all of it.
Okay.
And the sequel series, Riding Academy.
What?
So
Gotcha. I watched half of the first episode.
it's my wife and I's go-to stupid thing to watch.
Gotcha.
Riding Academy? Yeah, that sounds like a porno
Well, that's the
title.
sequel series.
All right.
And then there's Spirit
Drew,
5Ds
ew.
where they
Drew,
ride
no, but
horses
come on.
motorcycles.
So bizarre. The entire first series ended with them going to go to a boarding school and deciding that Spirit's got to be free, man. Like, he's such a free spirit that he doesn't even wear a saddle, man.
That's a different movie.
And he could never go into city life. He could never adjust. He could never take his freedom away.
Yeah.
And then the next canonical episode is the first episode of Riding Academy, where they're immediately going to boarding school.
The horse too?
Yep.
I mean, it's a riding
Yep, it's a
academy,
special
so yeah.
horse academy. Yeah, it's a riding academy.
That's a being ridden academy.
There's like an interstitial comic, I bet, where the studio heads come in and show them who's boss. Don't you see?
I think that
kids?
was a mystery they were supposed to get to in like later seasons, except they got canceled. Was like the mind probing and the brainwashing that was going on at the academy.
Tracy, is there an order?
The New Family is the first one. This is gonna.
Okay,
guys, you don't need to see Spirit writing free because this story is the perfect introduction. It was written that way, and it's pretty epic.
you can see here the title is Spirit Writing: Free the New Family. So
Spirit Writing, free the new.
break
Sounds
the
like
new
a bad
family out of
translation
this.
of an ad.
Yeah, yeah.
The pals were driving back home after a fun ride.
Now, should that be the pal is were? Hey,
Should I be
pals.
Prue because it's so close to my name?
Go for it, Drew.
All right. Hey, pal is, did you hear there? Their. There is a new family moving to town tomorrow.
Prue said.
This is
Yeah,
someone
I've
else.
heard. In a few days, their horses will arrive by train.
I believe you mean in a few days.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep. Yeah, I've heard in a few days their horses will arrive by train.
Lucky replied.
I haven't heard of it, but it sounds exciting.
No, it sounds exiting.
Oh, right. I haven't heard of it, but it sounds exiting.
Abigail said.
Like
The
the sounds
pals-
exiting my mouth.
That's right. Good for Abigail. Abigail had learned oral. Oh, fuck, I can't even remember the regular term for it. Never mind, moving on.
Okay.
The pals say goodbye to
Preposition?
each other. Object permanence. That's what I was going for. She's learned oral permanence. There we go. The pals say goodbye to each other and go, it wasn't worth it, and go home. They see a girl their age and a boy a few years older than the pals watch the people move in their stuff. Yes.
Hold on a minute. That's the second time they've done view instead of few.
Yeah, are they doing like a speech to
I'm
text
wondering if it's
thing?
voice.
Yeah, I think
Voice
it's
to text.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
The
I
pals.
think that this is written by a little girl, like on her, with her phone.
Maybe.
Yeah. That would not surprise me. The pals decide to. It's the next day. The pals watch from a distance how tons of Boxen get moved into the house. They see a girl with a.
So they're like some combination of cattle and like luggage.
I picture boxes with horns.
Yeah.
They see a girl with around the same age as the pals and a boy a few years older than the pals. The pals decide to say hello and welcome them to the town.
Hello, welcome to our town.
Abigail said.
Prue, that girl on the white brown horse is Abigail, and the one with the horse without saddle is Lucky.
Prue said.
Thanks for the welcome.
Oh?
My name is Henry, and this is my sister, Sophia. We just moved here, but I guess you girls have already noticed.
Henry said, friendly.
Friendly.
Yeah, it's not the biggest town we know. When we were, it's not the biggest town we know. What's happened, Jess?
The biggest town.
Sorry, there's
We know.
shenanigans going on. Yeah, it's not the biggest town we know when we get new people.
Lucky said.
What are the names of those beautiful horses?
Henry asked.
Chica Linda. She is a dressage and riding horse.
Ride that fine chica ass.
Abigail. That's who's next.
I think I was Abigail. Mine is called
Sure.
Boomerang. He's named like that because when I was not his owner yet, he was always returned to me for no reason.
Postage due.
He might be illegal. Abigail said.
He is an interesting horse, should I say?
Prue said.
And my horse is called Spirit.
Lucky said. Then Sophia Finale said something.
Why doesn't he wear a saddle?
Sophia asked.
He's a wild horse. He does not like saddles or that kind of stuff.
Lucky said.
Here of a horse clan close by.
Prue
Close
said.
by.
Prue said.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
A horse clan? Like the Yakuza?
He's the leader of all
He and his
horse
outlaw
clan.
brothers live in the
Like a Jane
Boxcar
Auerbach.
Canyon nearby.
It's part of a.
Don't tell the sheriff.
They're Boxen wrestlers. At night, he always stays with the clan to protect them from danger.
Abigail said.
Sounds cool.
Henry said.
I heard your forces will be arriving tomorrow.
Prue said.
That's Will with one L, like Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
God, who is this? Henry? Yeah.
Is it Sophia? I think it's Sophia. Oh wait,
No,
no.
I think Henry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
Henry.
this is like playing like word jumble because
yeah.
it is so yeah.
So
Oh my
hard.
god.
It's so hard to find your.
Yeah, I've had my horse for a
Challenge.
long time already. His name is Forrest. I named him like that because the breed he is called New Forest.
Henry said.
Like, okay, if she's reading this speech to text, did she put that colon in there?
Yeah, that's I mean, maybe like my speech to text, if I say like open quotes or end quotes or anything like that, it doesn't understand.
Okay, but
it. It
yeah, a
can
little
understand-
kid, she's really gonna say the breed he is called colon New Forest. Period. Closing single quotation mark.
Well, it grammatically makes sense. So, do you think that your phone could have?
But if that,
would make
but
sense
if the
if
phone
that's
is
the
making
colon.
grammatical
Just
corrections,
speak your
why
sentences.
did it
Or line breaks.
do all this other stuff? Okay.
It's like reading
Prue has
Faulkner.
to say something. Fitting name. Good one, Prue.
Prue said.
And my horse is a. What was it? And my horse is an Andalusian horse. It's a beautiful black and gray breed. He's kind and friendly. My parents just bought him for me. His name is going to be Thunder.
No is in there. His name going to be Thunder.
I'm going to be thunder.
Also, that's lowercase. So I think it's
His name shall thunder across the land with mighty blows.
Sophia said.
That's new
it
slang. I
sounds
love
like
it.
it's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
His name
name
going to
would
be
be
Thunder.
Yeah. Him going to be fire. She once met him when we were still in the city.
Henry said.
I think you two are going to have a great time here.
Abigail said.
You can always ask us.
Prue said.
Thanks, girls.
Henry said.
Can call us the pals because that's how we each call each other because the first character of our names makes the word pals together.
Lucky said.
Okay, pals.
Henry said. So now they've got to be Schlapp. They're kind of screwed over there with adding
Yeah.
Henry to the group. Here's about Hassatja, the author of this. Hey guys, and welcome to the place where I write RIGHT stories. Sorry if my vocabulary is bad. I have autism. This means that school is hard for me.
Oh,
But this does not only have bad sides. To me, autism has given me the talent to look in the details of shows and movies so I can write more things I write about. Or I write more things about it. Favorite game is Minecraft. No surprise there. So no actual age, but yeah, I think it's a young kid with autism.
Okay, well, thanks, Tracy,
Well,
for
good for
That
them.
jerks.
Well, you know what? We learned
now I just
something.
feel
We all
kind of
learned. You know what? No, it's still a funny scene. It's all about the funny scene we make.
Okay.
all right. Next week, let's do like Twilight or something.
Are we going to read the other one now?
No, yes.
So is that also
Yes, I
by
think so. This is a
Hesset J?
No.
Here.
Different person.
A Miradero Mystery.
What
Line
is
breaks.
Miradero?
It's a beautiful day in the small town of Miradero. And
Apparently, it's a
the pals.
small town.
Decided to go exploring today.
I want to read the synopsis at the top.
Okay.
The pals were riding to see spirits herd when they find an unconscious girl within the herd and they want to know who she is, along with where that singing is coming from and why are the wild mustangs acting funny. Will they find out? I don't own spirit riding free. I only own my Ock. All right, go ahead.
Powell stood for Prue, Abigail, and Lucky. 3 best friends who love riding their horses all while going on adventures. Oh, so they don't even have an S. So it's with Sophia and Henry, then they're pals with an H. So foul or laugh. There we go. Anyway.
Or just spow.
Right, or schlap.
What can we do today?
Henry was an OC of that other fic, though, right?
Okay, I got it.
Oh.
I think
Prue asked
those
her-
two were characters from Sophia the Third, but I don't know for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Prue asked her friends. She and Chica Linda wanted some excitement.
You don't know what the horse wants.
Not sure.
It's an omniscient narrator. They can know what they want. Abigail replied to her. Boomerang was happy eating some flowers.
We could go see spirits herd.
Lucky suggested. Spirit snorted in agreement with his girl. Out of the 3 horses, Spirit is still a wild horse and will only allow Lucky. And will only allow Lucky to ride him, since she's the one human he trusted the most.
Sounds like a plan.
So still totally a free spirit.
Oh, yeah. Spirit's a dude. Okay. Prue said happily. The girls raced to find the wild mustangs herd.
Over there.
Abigail called out with a smile. The pals stopped a short distance away since the wild herd weren't too fond of humans, especially their leader, a gray stallion named Smoke. Spirit went to greet his herd, but let out a surprised whinny.
Now wait, is Smoke the gray leader of the humans or the horses?
I think the horses.
Okay.
It's a gray stallion.
The wild herd
Yeah,
were too
but
fond of the humans, especially their leader.
Yeah.
I think the gray stallion named Smoke might lead the humans. Anyway,
That could be.
why is Spirit so surprised to see his herd?
Abigail asked Lucky. She shrugged.
It's not his herd that he's surprised to see, but that girl in the middle of them.
Prue told them. She pointed to a girl laying on the ground. Abigail and Lucky were shocked to see her. I started thinking up a joke to say, and I was like, now I'm done talking. Abigail and Lucky were shocked to see a girl in the middle of the wild mustangs herd.
Who is she?
Lucky wondered. Her friends didn't know.
We've never seen her before. As the narrator said, we don't know.
Prue responded just then. A reddish mare named Cherry went up to Spirit as he inspected the unconscious girl. Spirit looked at his sister before communicating with her so he could figure out why there was a human within the middle of the wild herd.
Sounds like a real Hank the Cowdog mystery.
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Oh, it was a wonderful book series.
Should we do something?
Lucky asked her friends. Prue decided that she and Abigail would ride back to town and get her dad, Al Granger. This meant that Lucky would
shit about it. Just wrote off.
This meant that Lucky would stay behind and make sure that nothing happened to the girl. So with that, Prue and Abigail went back to town. Lucky then looked back at the girl and noticed something odd.
She looks like me.
Lucky murmured. She smiled as Cherry nuzzled the girl. Spirit went back to Lucky, then started pushing her over to the girl.
This is starting to seem like a Black Mirror episode or something.
Right. Like it's going to be Lucky, like in the future, who's come back to try to warn them about something. And
Oh, about the railroad. Because see, Lucky is a railroad heiress. And in this world, every time she sees workers, they're all white. But I don't think we can trust her dad.
Where are we?
Lucky's.
What's the matter?
Lucky asked Spirit. He snorted but pushed her again. Once Lucky was by the girl's side, she saw that the girl was hurt and having a nightmare. So Lucky realized she needed to help and knew what to do. This is to the tune of All Is Found from Frozen 2 by Queen Aduna.
I don't think it's to the tune of. I think it's just the song.
It's. We're supposed to play it now and enjoy the musical sequence in the story, but we can't. So I'll just.
Yeah.
Where the north
it's my.
It would just.
meets the sea.
We could.
Is that actually it? Watch Frozen 2?
Yeah, I know my daughter has a soundtrack.
Yeah.
Sleep, my darling, safe and sound. And I don't remember the rest. That's as far as I can go. Sorry.
For in this river, all is found in water. Like the answers in a path for you. Down, deep, do is down, but not too far, you'll be drowned. Yes, she will sing to those who hear. So magic flows, but can you brave what you most fear? Can you face what the river knows?
What the river knows
meets the sea. There's a mother full of memory. Oh, come on, darling, homeward bound. When all is lost and all is found.
By the end of the song, Lucky smiled as she saw that the lullaby worked to calm the girl down since she wasn't tossing and turning in her sleep anymore. Lucky looked up to see. Lucky looked up to see that Spirit and his herd were looking at the two humans. Lucky whispered to them. Cherry nuzzled the girl again. I'm so there are so many goddamn names in here, and it's like Spirit leads this herd but is with the pals and isn't I am so lost about who's what. It's just word salad coming out of my mouth at this point.
I think
okay, just to make it more understandable, the situation is that Spirit visits his herd on weekends and they pretend he's still a part of it.
I mean, I get that, but there's still it's like Cherry did this, and then Smoke supposedly was important, but Smoke just fell out of everything here.
Yeah.
And then there's Al Granger. Jesus. Spirit nudged Lucky before she turned to say.
So what you're saying is that they should, at the beginning of every paragraph, list everybody involved in the scene and tell exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a shooting.
It's hard to ignore it when we've seen so many. When we've seen so many fics in the past few weeks that did it so well.
Right.
Spirit nudged Lucky before she turned to see her friends coming back with Al and her father Jim. Wait, wasn't Al the father?
The dad was Al. Oh, it's a different dad. That's someone else's dad.
That's what we need is more characters just milling about.
Okay, right. So Jim is Lucky's father? Is that what I'm parsing
I think that's
from
what this is implying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they're both her father. We don't know.
Yep.
Maybe.
We don't know their
Yeah, true.
A little further, does it say "Cue up, call me Al" by?
Well, how is she, Tim?
Al asked softly. He saw the girl on the ground.
She's hurt on the side of her head, and she was having a nightmare before I calmed her down.
Lucky answered him. She spoke softly so as not scare anyone. The lullaby she had sang was the same one that her stepmom, Kate, used to sing to Polly, her little sister.
Great job, Lucky.
Jim said with a smile he was proud.
Oh, wait, that was Jim. Sorry. Bruce answer. Okay.
I was like, an interesting choice for Jim, but all right.
Jim, can you bring the girl over to us?
Prue asked Lucky. She was able to get the girl up on her feet and put one of her arms around the girl so she wouldn't fall. However, before Lucky could take one step, Smoke got in the way of her and snorted angrily. Yeah, all right.
What's he doing?
Abigail asked in worry. She was scared. Smoke tried to push Lucky away from the girl.
He doesn't want the girl to leave, but why?
Lucky asked in shock. Everyone was in shock by what Lucky said. Spirit and Cherry intervened so Lucky could get the girl to the other humans so they can help her. Finally, Smoke snorted agreement, but he wasn't happy about it. Lucky got to girl to her dad, and he carefully held her.
Drew, do you want to take Jim for real?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
We better get her to the doctor.
Jim told Al he and the girls agreed, but they heard another snort. Everyone looked at Smoke as he made it clear that once the girl was healed, he would be bringing her back to the wild herd for one reason or another.
How did he make that clear? I need clarification.
Flannel graph.
He's stamped on the ground. That was
Right.
just
Eyes.
Right, like with his
Like,
hoof, he drew a
rapidly-
little...
well, they trained him
Pictogram.
like Mr. Ed. This
3 short and 1 long.
Yeah,
It's the
girl
universal
has-
symbol for you can take her now, but eventually you're going to bring her back.
Right. Once the group was back in town, they headed to the clinic where the doctor cleaned, then bandaged the girl's head before checking for more injury. Luckily, he found none, so the doctor had Jim take the girl to his house to rest.
I wonder where she came from.
Al said, in wonder. He was confused and worried. Jim suggested that they should talk to the sheriff to see if he knew anything about a missing 12-year-old girl after they set her down in the guest room. While Jim and Al went to see the sheriff, the pals decided to help Kate watch over the girl in case she woke up so maybe they could get some answers from her. A few hours later, Jim and Al came back.
The bright light and rubber hose.
Did the sheriff know anything?
Abigail asked them. They shook their heads no, as the sheriff didn't know anything. that tracks.
That's why she said no. Yeah. Let's wait for her to wake up, and then we can ask her where she came from.
Jim told them. Everyone agreed that was the best thing to do so the girl could rest.
He
After
told
Lucky's
them.
friends left, he sure did. After Lucky's friends left, she and her family ate supper and talked about what to do with their guest once she wakes up until they decided to let her stay with them. Soon it was bedtime, but Lucky wanted to check on their guests, so she looked into the room. I picture Smoke outside this girl's bedroom window, staring in. So she looked into the room and saw that the girl was still fast asleep, but it was a peaceful sleep.
The sleep of death.
Lucky smiled at the girl before going to her own room and getting ready for bed.
I hope we can be friends.
Lucky whispered she hoped the girl was nice. Once Lucky was in bed, she fell fast asleep, and as she slept, she and everyone else in town failed to hear a soft voice singing, but one person heard it for sure. In the guest room, the mystery girl heard the voice, then started to react by singing in her sleep until the voice stopped and all was silent once more for the night. First chapter done! I don't own the song in this chapter. Please review and no flames.
No flames,
So-
Disney.
See, I want to respond to this with like nothing but the fire emoji. Send mixed messages, I think.
I really wanted to like look up this author and it'd be like, you know, for my Make-A-Wish wish.
I asked for the rights to include a song from Frozen 2.